Minneapolis police are investigating this after a 14-year-old boy was shot and killed. This is near the Federal Reserve building just after 9 o'clock last night.
They say a fight broke out between roughly a dozen teenage boys when someone pulled out a gun. Despite a recent uptick in gun violence this past week, crime is still down compared to this time last year. Our Pauline Lee joins us live in Minneapolis with more on what the police chief has to say. And Pauline, break down those numbers for us. Put them in perspective.
Yeah, even last night, the chief had said this past week has been a rough one for crime here in downtown Minneapolis and the city of Minneapolis as a whole. But he says numbers year over year, they are down. Still, though, gun violence is a problem, especially in cases like last night where teenage boys are turning to guns to solve their problems. So let's take a closer look at the numbers here. According to the latest numbers, the numbers of shots fired incidents is actually down about 17.5% from this time last year. Number of people hurt in shooting also down about 20.5% from 1 year ago. However, if you're looking month to month, there is a slight increase in the number of victims. As about Sunday, 30 people have been shot. That's compared to 27 from a month ago. Police Chief Brian O'Hare says people, especially teens, need to figure out how to solve their problems without violence.
The problem here is when teenagers have guns. And so instead of settling a fight with fists and that kind of thing, this has now turned deadly, taking away a life of a teenager and changing others forever.
Back to that instance last night, the deadly shooting, police are still looking for the suspect responsible in that case. If you do have any information, do call police. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Pauline, live for us this morning in Minneapolis. Thank you. So appalling and indefensible. Those are the words that the Minnesota State Patrol is using to describe the accusations of one of their own troopers. That trooper will be in federal court today. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Jeremy Plonsky faces child porn and criminal sexual conduct charges. The investigation started hundreds of miles away. It's down in Houston, Texas. That's where FBI agents allege that they found a video that was produced by Plonsky depicting the sexual abuse of a child. The victim said to be under the age of 14. Criminal complaint says that Plonsky told police he put 4 to 5 videos of him sexually assaulting a victim on a social media app. His preliminary hearing is expected to begin at noon. And there are only 2 weeks left for Minnesota's legislative leaders, as well as Governor Walz, to come together to make a budget agreement.
Leaders of both parties met with Governor Walz for talks yesterday, but there are some key roadblocks preventing a deal from coming together.
So the first one here, the first issue, allowing undocumented residents to be on Medicare or state health insurance. So far this year, 20,000 undocumented people have signed up. Now, with a total of $4 million in paid claims, that's almost $1 million more than what had been projected. Republicans want to eliminate this benefit, but the DFL wants to keep it.
The second roadblock, unemployment insurance for seasonal school workers. That costs $45 million in 2023 and $57 million in 2024. Again, Republicans want to phase out that benefit, but the DFL wants to keep it.
Legislative session does end May 19th, and the sides will have to agree on a balanced budget by that date.
Yeah, because no agreement by May 19th would mean a special session to avert a government shutdown.
Happening tomorrow, the selection of a new pope for the Catholic Church begins. So on Wednesday, the conclave will start, and keeping the meeting secret is a high priority. So all mobile phone signals will be deactivated in the Vatican. This starts tomorrow, according to Italian state media. The Vatican also plans to use signal jammers around the Sistine Chapel to prevent any kind of electronic surveillance or communication outside of the conclave. Spokesman from the Vatican said that all 133 cardinals will get their phones back once the conclave has ended. The Sistine Chapel will be under full lockdown. Even electricians, plumbers, and elevator operators who keep the Vatican running will have to stay overnight with no outside contact.
Can you imagine if you get caught with your cell phone and what they do?
No, wouldn't not be happy.
Would not be happy. Well, it is really here. The deadline to get your real ID, yes, it is upon us, because starting tomorrow, if your driver's license does not have that star in the upper right-hand corner, you might not be able to board an airplane anytime soon. Look at this. We found long lines at the DMV as people scramble to meet the TSA's newest requirement. So if you don't have a real ID, that means you will need your passport in order to fly. And important to note, a passport card or a DHS Trusted Traveler's Card, those would also be accepted.
So it's been said to have been one of the most challenging missions we have ever faced.
For the United States, the cost of the Vietnam War It was great. Of the 8.7 million American military members who served, nearly 60,000 of them died. Millions of others died from combat or civilian attacks.
And the loss wasn't just a big military and political blow. It also left deep emotional wounds. It changed our foreign policy and had a huge impact on the lives of many veterans and civilians. So this week, as we reflect on the 5 decades since the war, we're hearing how some wounds for American veterans could only begin to heal with a trip back to Vietnam.
Do you regret your time going to Vietnam?
Only in the sense that of the people who I harmed, yes, no fond memories, but I realized that I like the Vietnamese people.
Vietnam had just reopened their international travel, and I thought, oh man, I could do that. I could do that. It's like I could like sort of like reinvent some of the pictures in my mind that was stuck there.
So these veterans embarked on a journey of healing and understanding by traveling back to Vietnam. That's a place they last saw devastated by war. Both men said upon returning, they were able to see the country in a different light.
You can hear their reflections and how the survivors of the war are healing as well. That's in our WCCO original, Vietnam 50 Years Later. It's streaming for free right now on WCCO's website and YouTube page.